Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Living the Avero, my book published series. Living the Avero, Chapter 2, When Joy Arrives at the Wrong Hour. For anyone new here, my book is titled Where Smile Go to Die, Where Nights Learn to Speak. Each chapter is its own journey, and today we are stepping into Chapter 2, When Joy Arrives at the Wrong Hour. This chapter is personal. It's about wrong timing, broken choices, and the realization that even joy, something we always chase, something we always want, can sometimes hurt. It can come too late when the moment is already gone, or it can come too soon before you're ready, and instead of feeling like a blessing, it feels like a wound. Think about it. How many times in your life have you felt happiness, but at the wrong moment? Maybe you got good news when you were still grieving something else. Maybe you met the right person at the wrong time. Or maybe you laughed in a room where silence was expected and suddenly joy felt like rebellion. That's what this chapter is built on, the thin, fragile line between laughter and heartbreak. Let me read you a few words from the collection. A smile can arrive like a stranger at midnight. You want to let it in, but you're not sure if it belongs. Sometimes joy doesn't heal. Sometimes it stings like salt on an open wound. These words capture the idea that timing shapes everything. The same joy that feels like sunlight one day can feel like fire another day. When I wrote this chapter, I was thinking about how many of us confuse joy with safety. We think if happiness shows up, then everything else disappears. But life doesn't work that way. Sometimes happiness and sadness live in the same room. Sometimes laughter echoes while your heart is still breaking. I want you to picture this. You've been waiting for someone to say, "I'm proud of you." And finally, one day, they do. But they say it years too late, after you've already given up waiting, after you've already convinced yourself you'd never hear it. In that moment, their words are both healing and heartbreaking. You smile, but the smile carries weight. That's joy arriving at the wrong hour. Or imagine you meet someone who feels like your person, the one who just gets you, but the timing is all wrong. Maybe you're not ready, maybe they're not ready. And so instead of becoming a story, it becomes a memory. The joy of meeting them doesn't erase the heartbreak of losing them before they were ever yours. That's what these poems are about, those strange contradictions where emotions collide and blur. Let me share another passage. Laughter in the wrong hour isn't laughter at all. It's a confession. It's proof the heart doesn't care about clocks, only about release. When I think about this, I realize joy is not always clean or easy. Sometimes joy is messy. Sometimes it doesn't ask permission. It just shows up, barges in, and demands to be felt, even when it's the last thing you wanted. And yet, even in its messiness, it's real. That's the lesson I keep coming back to. That joy doesn't have to be perfectly timed to matter. Even when it hurts, even when it confuses you, it still teaches you something. In my own life, I've had moments where I laughed while I was still grieving. And at first, I felt guilty. Like, how could I laugh when I was supposed to be broken? But then I realized that laugh was survival. That laugh was proof I could still feel. Wrong timing, yes, but maybe necessary timing. That's something I want you to think about while listening to this chapter. Maybe the wrong hour isn't always wrong. Maybe it just feels wrong because we don't control it. Maybe joy shows up on its own schedule for reasons we don't see yet. Let me read you one more piece. Even joy can break you if it knocks too late, but silence can break you too if it never knocks at all. So what's worse, joy at the wrong hour or no joy at all? That's a question only you can answer. This chapter is not about hopelessness. It's about learning to hold both truths at once. That joy can heal and joy can hurt. That timing can bless you and timing can betray you. And that no matter what, your feelings are valid. If you've ever cried while smiling or laughed through heartbreak, you're not weak. You're human. As I wrap this chapter, I want you to take one thing with you. Don't dismiss joy, even when it feels misplaced. Don't push it away because the timing feels off. Accept it, let it sit with you, let it teach you. Sometimes joy arriving at the wrong hour is still better than joy never arriving at all. This was chapter 2 of Where Smile Go to Die, Where Nights Learn to Speak. Thank you for listening, for being here, and for letting me share not just poetry, but pieces of my heart with you. In the next episode, we'll dive into chapter 3, the final piece of this journey. And I promise you, it's going to bring everything together. Until then, stay safe, stay honest with your feelings, and remember, life isn't about waiting for perfect timing. It's about learning from the imperfect ones. Thank you. Thank you for watching Living the Avero. I'll see you in the next chapter.